Welcome or welcome back to WatchAdvisor on YouTube, where the watches are the stars, and this week Watches and Wonders is the star of our video. And what I'm doing actually here is I will take you on a tour through the building. So if you have never been to Geneva and you don't know what's happening at Watches and Wonders, this is the good occasion to come with us. But in case you are seeing this video the very first time and you don't know who WatchAdvisor is, this will not be a video in which we will show you the watches. So if watches are missing, so if you say the guy went wrong and they didn't show any watches, go on our channels, TikTok, Instagram, go on YouTube. On our channel, WatchAdvisor, very easy. There we do have plenty of videos concerning these watches that are presented here. So this is only a video only. It is a cool video, it's gonna be a cool video. I want to show you around so you get an impression what's happening if you are at Watches and Wonders, how the booths look like, how the people look like, how all the things look like when you come to Geneva. And by the way, if you're watching this video on the weekend, this weekend, it is open for the public. So if you are close to Geneva somewhere, or if you can come to Geneva, take the opportunity, buy some tickets, come here, and it is open Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday for the public, so you will probably enjoy. And yeah, but now follow us. Let's get right into the business and I'll show you around. Come with me. We will see what's happening here.
Don't forget to subscribe and to hit the bell to get our latest notifications.
Just walked in. This is the area where you walk in after security control. You have to imagine it's a security control like on the airport. You have to put out everything, put your iPad stuff on the trays, and they go through that screening. So if you have arrived here, you can either choose to go to this side. You will discover the booths of Rolex. You will see Patek Philippe. You will see Chopard. You will see Tudor and others. And if you go to the other side, this is the area that has always existed. That's the area where Richemont has its brands. You find IWC, Jaeger or Jaeger-LeCoultre, all the others are there. And what we will do, we go first Patek, Philippe, I will show you Rolex. So let's go there and discover them. Before we reach the area where Patek Philippe, Rolex, etc. is, on the left and right side you do have the small watchmakers, the so-called Carré des Horlogers, and you find smaller brands, you find Trilo, MAISONS, you find lots of ANGELUS whatsoever, you find smaller brands, small watchmakers, important, very important for the industry. And you see the little booth of MAISONS, and yeah, there is a presentation going on, people sitting, someone presenting the watches. That's how life goes here. Then you have a little area with a bar and you can sit here. On the other side you have ALPINA, FREDERIQUE, CHRONOSWISS, and many more. So they have smaller booths, of course, because they don't need so much space. And it's also a question of money, because being here is very expensive, I can tell you. And this is also why, also as they call it, pirates, lots of brands do not exhibit here because they can't afford, they don't want to afford it, because it's expensive to be here. And other brands show their watches downtown, they rent a hotel room, they invite you to go downtown to display their watches. So not everyone is here. It's spread all over the city of Geneva. But the heart of Watches and Wonders is of course here, because this is Watches and Wonders. By name, by everything, here is Watches and Wonders. So behind me, if you once have been in Basel and if you visited Basel World, you probably remember this booth and also the booth of Patek Philippe. These booths here, it's Patek Philippe, it's Rolex, it's Tudor and Chopard, are the ones we already saw at Basel World. They are rebuilt here. They are the same stands, booths. They dismantled them, they kept them in a storage, and when everything was redecided, the brands decided to come also here to Watches and Wonders. So they rebuilt those, and yeah, they do showcase the novelties, of course. So what you see here are two windows of Rolex. We will not show every window here on Watches and Wonders, but these are spectacular two windows. Why? We insert a photo I was taking yesterday at 9 o'clock. You see about 5 rows of colleagues, journalists, trying to get the first possible view on the Rolex novelties. There are curtains normally when you come to the show, and they were standing and they were waiting for that one moment when the curtain opened up to get the first view on what is to be discovered at Rolex. And this year, as you know, yeah, we have the GMT Master with a gray and black bezel. We have a deep sea in full gold and some declinations of dials and existing watches as the Daytona Daytona with a diamond set, bezel, etc., etc. But here people are waiting, and look at the picture. They were really crazy. It's like if a superstar would have appeared. And if you're interested to see the watches, once again, this is a video where I do not show watches. We're not filming watches. We're just showing you, we are showing you how this looks like here. Please go on our channels, YouTube, go on Instagram, go on TikTok. WatchAdvisor is the channel, and you will find the watches in detailed videos, of course. This is, the view in that kind of tunnel. Everything here is built anyhow, because these are exhibition halls. We are in the PAL Expo building that's close to the Geneva airport. And also the Geneva Motor Show takes place here. And other exhibitions, big exhibitions, and everything you see here has been built up. Nothing will be left over when they dismantle here. Nothing will be left over, and you will only have the big halls of PAL Expo empty, empty, empty. So there's a huge, 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 incredible organization behind to logistically build up everything you see here. And then these huge stands, as you see them, Chopard, Tudor, Rolex, Patek Philippe are stored somewhere. I know that, for instance, Patek Philippe is storing, or was at least storing, its stand in England somewhere. I don't know why, don't ask me, but that's what I heard. And obviously you need quite some space, and yep, wherever this is physically can be done, then it is done. So, but everything you see here will be dismantled later, and it's built up to, yes, entertain the world with watches this week. And on your screen you see my new boss on the left side, Marina Steger. She was talking to someone from Chanel. There she is, Marina. Come into the picture. Yes, our new CEO. Welcome on board, Marina. She's working now with us since a couple of months, and yeah, we're happy to have you. Welcome on board. Welcome to everyone watching us on Instagram. Yes, it's day 2 of Watches and Wonders, and we have plenty of things to do. Next thing I will discover at noon are the novelties of Patek Philippe. Meanwhile, just behind us, there is my cameraman standing, Jorge. Since we are doing a tour, looking down to Chanel, you will immediately recognize that we are coming into that area of the show where everything outside looks the same. That's a standard architecture where the brands are integrated. And now everything is as the former Salon International de la Haute Horlogerie was set up, meaning you have a standard architecture from the outside, and the brands establish their worlds inside, but you will see from now on, from the outside, everything looks the same. Also being integrated in this architecture, as I just explained you, are brands like Grand SEIKO, of course. We just passed by the booth of Zenith. We saw the HUBLOT, and when you go into the stand or to the booth, then you see their world. The entrance of TAG Heuer, you see prominently, they do have a full screen. This is a digital screen, so they're able to really change the look of the booth every couple of minutes. So now we are inside the booth of TAG Heuer, and you see it's busy, people waiting to get their appointments. There is a little bar where people can get a coffee, or if someone to drink already at this hour, I'm sure they do also have some champagne ready, because it's a brand of LVMH, so be sure that they do have LVMH champagne too. That's how it is. It's like a big family, all every year by year coming together again, celebrating, buying, negotiating as we do. We film, we do reportages. That's the world of an international watch exhibition. Do you remember that kind of long tunnel I showed you before? Yeah, we just walked through, and we are now at the other side of this Watches and Wonders exhibition. We are in the world of Richemont. This is how it looks like as it was developed when first brands, it was Cartier was the first one, and others did go away from Basel because they weren't happy there. What happened in at Basel World, they weren't happy. So the brands established another show, a competitive show, and it was called Salon International de la Haute Horlogerie. And the Salon International de la Haute Horlogerie, meanwhile, was transformed into Watches and Wonders. The architecture and the way how they do their presentations is still the same. I explained it to you a couple of times already. Don't worry if people run around through the camera, that's how it is. From now on, you will see all the big Richemont brands. We have IWC Schaffhausen behind. Then look, Jaeger-LeCoultre, or Jaeger-LeCoultre if you want to pronounce it in French. By the way, discover the novelties of Jaeger-LeCoultre or Jaeger-LeCoultre on our channel, WatchAdvisor. Just coming along, Christian Knoop, design director of IWC Schaffhausen, also here. Everybody's here. I see that you have a special entrance on the side. You have been clever to establish
We have so many visitors this year that we need 2 entrances.
Yeah. That's the secret hidden entrance of IWC Schaffhausen. I met Chris Granger here yesterday, and he told me, you know, Alexander, I had to build up a second entrance because our main entrance will be flooded with people. And yeah, that's the more discreet way to get into the booth of IWC. So we are now inside of IWC Schaffhausen, and you see there is a difference. It is their way of showing the novelties, and this year is the year of the Portuguesa, and it's about a moon phase being as precise as for 45 million years. So the eternal calendar, the Portuguesa eternal calendar, there is a video online anyhow, so if you want to discover the watch, please go on our channel, go on WatchAdvisor, you will be able to discover the video. They did a watch, the moon phase is as accurate for 45 million years. It's not a joke, it's not an April joke or something like this. So they calculated the mechanism that the precision of that moon phase indication is as precise that you will have, or you would in theory, nobody will be there anymore from us, but in theory you would have to do a correction. In 45 million years from now, this will be the first day that this moon phase indication in this watch would be wrong. Crazy, isn't it? We're inside of the booth of Hermès, and you see we're in the world of Hermès. This is what they established behind the outside architecture. The brands are, as I told you a couple of times already, able to develop or to establish themselves in the way they want. And this is how it looks like at Hermès. We will talk to Guillaume de Seine this afternoon. He's part of the Hermès family. You have a video online already on WatchAdvisor where we do show the new cut. That's the new Hermès watch. Here talking to some colleagues or journalists is Philippe Delotal. Look, this is my favorite Hermès team. We have Cathy Jolédon. She is the superstar here because she is in charge of almost doing everything of the press. And with me is Philippe. And if you have seen the video on our channel, it's the guy I was talking to. Piaget 150 means, yes, they're celebrating their 150th anniversary. So this is how Piaget looks like. This is Panerai. We have been interviewing Jean-Marc Pontroyer, the CEO of Panerai, yesterday. He was presenting us some novelties. We filmed them. That video should go online very soon. Today is Wednesday, just in case you were wondering. And if you look on the top, you do see that there is a sailing boat that the America's Cup team was using for training purposes. And the weight of that boat is more than 2 tons. So it's not a mock-up, it's the original boat of the Luna Rossa Prada Panerai team. I was talking to you first about that you have bars and where you can drink something here at Watches and Wonders, and the official provider of champagne this year is Laurent Perrier. So if you are in the mood to drink a bottle of champagne or a glass, there it is. You can always go to that bars and have one. So it's quite nice to be here, to be honest, and they treat you well. They treat you well. Cartier definitively has the biggest surfaces here in Watches and Wonders. They have 2 booths. Wide and huge. Why? Because they are distinguishing jewelry with watches. So depending on which side you are standing, you either get the watches or the jewelry. And of course, in the different windows where they display their novelties, you do see, of course, jewelry and watches. It's an enormous brand, and they really need that to really be able to showcase everything they're doing year by year. Some of the brands also do demonstrate old technologies. This is really a historical machine to decorate dials. It's a guilloche. It's you transform from wheels information to a small tiny dial, and you do guillochage. Some of these technologies now tend to disappear, but as you see, they try to entertain and to educate, of course, also. What you see here is a magnified freak watch of Ulysse Nardin. So this is what at the time being Rolf Schneider developed when he was still alive, and my goodness, the man died much too early. Rolf, if you could be here, it would be so fantastic. We miss you very much. Yeah, and this is the movement of freak. Crazy, crazy. By the way, they were pioneers, and Rolf and Ludwig Oechslin, the 2 guys, were the pioneers also in terms of silicone hairsprings, and it was Ulysse Nardin who really was the first one to introduce silicone hairsprings to the watch industry. The world of Vacheron Constantin, and this is how it looks like when you come to Vacheron Constantin here in Geneva. My cameraman Jorge is now zooming into the booth for the stand of Montblanc. They're also exhibiting here, and beside of the fact that they are presenting new watches, we have been filming them yesterday for Instagram. As every year with Lange Söhne, they do display their superstar of the show, and this time it is the new datograph. I don't say more because we are still going to film that watch, and you may discover it in a video here on WatchAdvisor on YouTube. But this is the new datograph, Luminous it is called, in a huge oversized way, as you can see here. I will just stand there to show you how huge it is. Look. It's heavy and huge. Let us walk behind so I can show you guys how this datograph looks from the backside. So that's the entire datograph movement. You know, the most beautiful chronograph ever made, I would say. I just love the watch. There's nothing comparable to it. And if you see this, it is magnified, and you will see the watch. Of course, we are going to film it, and you are going to discover it, of course, here on WatchAdvisor on YouTube.
She wants to take a photo with you. Is it okay?
With me?
Yeah.
If she wants.
I'm your supporter. I every time watch your YouTube.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, I just met someone who's watching my YouTube videos, and she's a big fan. Where are you from?
Malaysia.
Malaysia, and you really watch our videos?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's so nice to meet you in person.
Because he's a collector.
He's a big collector. Great.
That's why every time he's watching and I watch your videos.
Oh, that's fantastic. Welcome. Here we are live. That's Alexander. My cameraman Jorge, who is the guy, he's always in charge of doing all these good videos and editing.
Yes.
Such a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
So you're doing a good job.
Thank you very much.
Good content.
Thank you very much.
From so far away, at least we know what's happening if we are not here ourselves.
Yeah, you have to come.
Yeah.
This is the only time in the year you have to be here.
Well, if I'm not here, you are here, so it's okay. I watch your video.
Yeah. So now, guys, this is a secret. Okay, keep it between me and you, please. Okay, here at Lange Söhne, this is a kind of the place where we sometimes come to get something perfect. They do have really the best coffee, and the most adorable thing is at night after work they serve Radeberger beer. That's a beer that is manufactured in the area of Dresden, where Lange Söhne is at home, in the area of Glashütte, and you get a Radeberger beer, and it's so fantastic. You come here, you chill out, but don't tell anyone, because if everybody knows now, it will be overcrowded. And yeah, okay, don't tell it. The glass is still empty because it's too early. It will be full later today. I promise you, I will get a Radeberger beer. Parmigiani Fleurier. This is how it looks inside. Everybody tries to show his world, and Parmigiani is also in ballooning. Good coincidence. We're coming into, and this is the boss here. This is Guido Terreni, the CEO of Parmigiani. We will meet him later this week. He's one of the big pushers. Yeah, he's extremely creative. He has moved Parmigiani to a new dimension, I have to say. It's the first time that you're earning money with Parmigiani.
Well, we finally made it.
Yeah, you finally made it. He is a guy you have to remember because he's one of the superstars of this industry, I tell you. It's a coincidence that we haven't been planning this. We're filming around here, showing people, and it's good to see the boss. We will meet on a couple of Saturday.
Yeah.
Great. I'm looking forward.
Me too.
Okay. On our tour, you meet also old friends. Philippe Leopold Metzger. He's the former CEO of Piaget. Yeah, and many years. And you just told me yesterday we met that you have been investing a little bit in Trilobe meanwhile.
Absolutely, because I think it's a great year for the watch industry, both for the established brands, but I think there is a growing interest from clients for independent brands. And I found something I love: classical watches at an accessible price, and I look forward for the future of the brand.
And you see, these are the real passionate guys. They never stop.
Never.
Never.
Nice meeting you.
Go on and have fun.
All the best.
All the best. The area I am going to bring you now is new. That has been developed the first time this year. So this, what you see behind here, is new. Didn't exist last year. So they are trying to build more space for smaller brands so they can get on the show instead of being somewhere spread around in Geneva. Then you have Nomos now, Eberhard, you have GERALD, Raymond Weil, Norcade, and if you turn around, there's also BREMONT exposing, showing the watches here. So they are trying to integrate more and more and more brands on Watches and Wonders. Every morning there is a show where people are discussing various things. There's a host, it's like a morning show. This is produced here in this little studio, I would say. Yeah, by the way, this would be ideal for us, for WatchAdvisor, if this would be the WatchAdvisor studio. We would need something like this, but yeah, too many people, not enough space over here, so we have to adopt and improvise and do everything necessary to get you the best pictures out there in the world. So if you have not yet have had enough of watches and you're still keen to learn more, read more, this is a bookshop. So if you're interested to learn what Watch Time is doing here, just take one, they are for free. And you choose, it's an offer from the brand. You do have the German Uhrenmagazin and many more, so you can take your issue with you. It's all thought about, and watches everywhere around. Thank you very much for joining me on this tour here on Watches and Wonders 2024. Behind me is the press center. This is where we work, where we gather, where we have our, let's say, base or HQ, little HQ. There is Isa, our editor. Jorge is there. We're working there. I have my things there. So we work in there. Yeah, thank you for joining our tour. I hope you liked it. Use the comment sections to share whatever you want to share with me, ask questions. And once again, this was not a video where I wanted to show you watches. If you want to see these watches, please go on our YouTube site. WatchAdvisor is the name of the site. Go on our TikTok site. Go on our Instagram site. There you will see the watches. This was a tour about Watches and Wonders. I hope you enjoyed it. See you soon back here on our channel. Bye.